My child, listen closely to my voice, for I speak to your heart in a way that goes deeper than the world can ever understand. You have searched for answers about money, about provision, about why blessings sometimes seem far from you. And I tell you today, the breakthrough you seek is not hidden from you. It is not locked away from your reach. It is tied to one habit, one simple yet powerful way of living that many overlook and few truly embrace. That habit is trust in me with obedience from your heart. When you trust me fully and walk in obedience, even when it feels difficult, even when the path is unclear, even when the world tells you to do otherwise, that is when the doors begin to open that no man can shut. Remember the story of the widow who had nothing left but a small jar of oil. She was in debt, her sons were about to be taken from her, and fear filled her home like darkness fills the night. Yet when my prophet spoke to her, she obeyed without hesitation. She borrowed vessels. She poured the oil, she trusted in what she could not see. And as she poured, the oil did not run out, it kept flowing. It kept multiplying until every vessel was filled. My child, the miracle was not only in the oil, the miracle was in her obedience. She did not question. She did not delay. She acted in faith, and I honored that faith with abundance. You see, many ask for financial breakthrough, but few are willing to trust me when I ask them to step forward in faith. Few are willing to obey when the instruction does not make sense to the human mind. But I tell you, this is where your blessing begins. Look at Abraham, whom I called to leave his land, his comfort, his known life, and go to a place I would show him. He did not have a map. He did not have guarantees from the world, yet he moved because he trusted me. And through that trust, I made him a father of many nations. I blessed him beyond what he could imagine. Trust is not just words. My child, trust is action. Trust is movement. Trust is choosing my way over your fear, over your doubt, over your limited understanding. There was also a boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. In the eyes of the world, it was nothing. It was not enough for the crowd. Yet he gave what he had. He placed it in my hands, and I multiplied it until thousands were fed, and there was still more left over. Do you see the pattern, my child? It is not about how much you have. It is about what you do with what you have. When you release it to me, when you trust me with it, when you obey. My leading, I turn little into more. I turn scarcity into overflow. There was a man named Zacchaeus who had wealth but no peace. He had money, but his heart was empty. When he encountered me, everything changed. He chose to give. He chose to restore. He chose to live in righteousness. And in that moment, salvation came to his house. His breakthrough was not just financial. It was spiritual. It was complete. My child, money is not evil, but the love of money without me will lead you into emptiness. But when your heart is aligned with me, when your trust is in me, when your obedience flows from love, then I bless you in ways that bring peace, not sorrow. You often worry about tomorrow, about your needs, about how things will work out. But I have told you, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. This is the habit that brings breakthrough. Seeking me first, trusting me first, obeying me first before all else. Consider the Israelites in the wilderness. I provided manna for them, daily, not weekly, not monthly, but daily. Why? Because I was teaching them dependence on me. I was teaching them to trust me each day, to rely on my provision, and not store fear in their hearts. Some tried to gather more than they needed. Some tried to control what I had already promised. And what happened? It spoiled because fear cannot sustain what faith is meant to carry. My child, I am your provider. I am your source, not your job, not your business, not your connections. Those are only channels, but I am the source. And when you place your trust in me above all else, I open channels you never expected. There was also Elijah during a time of famine. I sent him to a widow who had only enough flour and oil for one last meal. Yet when she obeyed and gave first before thinking of herself, the jar did not run empty. The oil did not run dry throughout the famine. Giving in faith is a powerful act of trust. It is not about losing. It is about positioning yourself to receive from me in ways beyond your understanding. You ask for breakthrough, but are you willing to trust me? When I ask you to give, when I ask you to step out, when I ask you to let go of fear. Peter stepped out of the boat onto the water because he trusted my voice. As long as his eyes were on me, he walked on what others feared, but when he looked at the storm, he began to sink. This is your life, my child. When you focus on fear, on lack, on what you do not have, you begin to sink in worry. But when your eyes are on me, amen.